Hi, I'm Lakshmi Pratury, curator of inktalks.com.
Hi, I'm Rani Paruchuri, the managing director and CEO of Tekis Software. Catch me as I chat on the Talk at 12.
Only on 94.3 Radio 1. Bangalore at its best.
Bangalore at its best. The Talk at 12, curated by Ink Talks, brought to you by Basket Option Insurance Brokers. Reliable during claims. Visit boib.in to get expert insurance advice.
The Talk at 12 with Lakshmi Pratury.
This week, we're in conversation with Rani Paruchuri, Managing Director and CEO of Tekis Software.
So Rani, welcome to the show. Today I thought we'll do something a little different. We'll talk about insurance. Privatization of insurance is something new to India. What is it like? So tell me a little bit about the privatization of insurance. When did this happen? What made it happen?
Sure. During the early 2000s, insurance means LIC. LIC is insurance.
Correct.
So our privatization, our IRDA, which is a regulatory board, insurance penetration has increased slowly, but still the scope of increase of insurance penetration in India, whether you take it like in a motor insurance, home insurance,
right, rental insurance,
yes, rental insurance, and a lot of insurance aspects where people don't even know, can I insure this particular property, health, and even crop insurance now our Prime Minister has introduced very recently. So insurance is, for sure, it's not a glamorous industry.
It's behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, it's all behind the scenes. And
if you need it, it's not good.
Right.
Yeah.
See, if you buy something, if you buy a TV, it gives you pleasure, but insurance doesn't give you pleasure.
Right.
That's what people,
But it's a necessary evil. We need it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just in case something happens.
Yes, something happens. In all these scenarios, actually, insurance is one of the most wanted in many areas of our life, and that's where we entered into that as a focused business area.
No, as a sector grows, the people in it also grow.
Right.
So when there's a very established thing, whether it's the agents or the sales managers are very familiar with the laws, etc. But insurance being such a new area in India, at least the privatization.
Yes.
What is the current practice? What is the process? How much technology is there today? What do they do?
In fact, insurance is not a technologically caught up industry. In insurance, the technology adoption is less. When it comes to the agents and even the intermediaries, the problem is when you talk to an agent, he will just be telling you the products, what he's familiar with.
Correct.
And he would have been trained only in specific products, or he might have done insurance in specific products.
And then if I ask some clarifying questions,
correct,
they have to either call somebody or say, I'll call you back or something.
Right,
like
and
that.
then come after 2 days. So there's lot of lack of knowledge and lack of technology adoption. I feel still that even though there is a huge scope for penetration of insurance, these are the things which are pulling us back.
So now what could help an agent when they're there? Are there a lot of people who integrate technology into what they're doing just as far as the agent and information is concerned?
See, when it comes to the technologies, what they have introduced with the tab and all, but the problem is like an agent, they are just high school passed out, and you cannot expect them to operate tab and understand how it works, and it works only in a specific kind of an operating system or in a specific way of using that, and it's an additional burden for them to carry the tab as well wherever they go. So it has caught up to some extent, but not to the level that which it is expected to be.
Okay.
Agents are still suffering and calling their office and then finding out the details. They're still not equipped with a complete technological advantageous position.
Tell me about what are all the kinds of insurances that are available that you deal with today?
We are actually the technology providers which enables an insurance business. So we deal with life insurance. We have a general insurance.
It's not just technology itself, but how does technology solve a problem?
Exactly.
And here you are in a very fast growing industry at the right time because you're taking advantage of growing with it, right? So as you get more credible, it's word of mouth, it can grow from within itself. So when we come back, we'll talk more about how technology is evolving to actually literally solve human problems. Your tech background and your products.
Sure.
Talk now about general insurance scenario in which you're operating today, which is fast growing and you're one of the early entrants. So you named your company Dream Tekis. Obviously, you're a hardcore tech, and we have something in common as well. We both worked at Intel. I think there's only room for one of us there. Tell me a little bit about your journey at Intel.
I joined with Intel in 2002 for about 3.5 years, and during that tenure, I was managing an enterprise application into HR space. I left Intel in the year 2006. On 3rd of Jan and 5th of Jan, I started my dream company, Dream Tekis.
So was the reason for leaving that you wanted to do something on your own?
Yes, obviously that entrepreneurial bug, right?
Yeah.
Once it has bit, we can never get out of it. Everybody was saying that how do you make money? Developing products, it takes time. You need to have regular revenue. But my interest is always towards the product. I want to proudly build a made in India product or a dream place for Trekkies.
Correct, yeah.
So that's how Dream Tekis came into existence.
So you have that big company training background, and now you decide to start your own company. At some point, you got into insurance. So when you first accepted something in insurance, did you know what you were going to do? Tell me how you discovered this techie CEO in you.
As you asked, did you know what you were about to do or going to do with insurance? Absolutely zero. Sometimes it helps not to know everything about it. We attended a conference during that period of time, and somebody asked, like, can you develop an insurance product? So that's how we thought that, okay, why not? It's an enterprise product, and why not we just, venture into an insurance? We evolved as the time passed by. We started with the life insurance product, and then we built the general insurance core system, and then we went on with the health insurance, and then the reinsurance and the crop insurance. And now if I look back, is it the same me 9 years back who took the decision to start insurance without any knowledge about it?
So tell me also a little bit about the products that you developed in the insurance field. How much of a knowledge of the law you need to have? Do you learn it, or do you have somebody in your staff who also knows the laws and everything involved?
So as I said, that one of the established broking company has asked us, can you develop insurance product? They have given us a 200-page document about life insurance. They experimented earlier with other companies. They were not very confident that we will do it.
This 200 pages is a test to see, do you understand the content of what you need to do?
Exactly. So they just wanted to see that. I took 3 months time and built a prototype. And then when I demonstrated the same people, and the first comment they made is, Rani, are you sure that this product came out of this document what I gave you?
But I'm sure you read more than the document to do it.
Definitely, yes. I did a lot of work on it, and after I demonstrated the product, they said that you're sounding as if you are a decade experience in insurance. I can't believe that you just started off. That gave a lot of confidence. And the challenge what I faced is making these techie guys, developers, understand insurance.
You have not just learned enough of the technology, nor just enough of insurance. You actually went and got certified in insurance.
Yes, there is an organization, Insurance Institute of India. And how I prepared for that is just like a typical Indian student. Opened the book just a day before the exam. So I'm a licentiate certified by AAA now. And I think now I'm going for associateship.
So that's what's fascinating to me. It's not just that you are a techie, you really want to understand. That means you want to put your roots in this industry.
Absolutely.
Very, very deep. So Rani, so far we talked about insurance, we talked about your companies. Now let's spend some time talking about you. So you grew up in a small village in Andhra. That's one thing we have in common. Maybe మనం interview తెలుగులోనే చేసేస్తే మంచిదేమో. So which was the village you grew up in?
I'm from a village called Lakshmi in Krishna district.
See, that's another thing in common. You're from a village named after me. So
and I studied in Telugu medium there.
Yeah, so did I till I was in 6th grade. There is some research that says that if you can think in one language and then can switch to another language, actually it's very good for your ability to think. Do you start thinking in English now, or do you think in Telugu?
I think over a period of time, I caught up in thinking in English, but it gives a lot of comfort to think in our own, language.
I started dreaming in English, so I knew that my thinking has shifted. Because my dreams were in English after a while.
Same with me too, yeah.
So anyway, you're growing up in this village, you're going to school there, and you were a very determined child, and then your uncle saw you and saw how hard you were working and decided to bring you to Hyderabad.
Yes.
So when you came to Hyderabad, tell us what happened in the college.
When I was preparing for my intermediate exams, I used to study day and night. And my uncle took me to Hyderabad and he joined me in computer science in 89 in Hyderabad, Loyal Academy. So that's when I saw my first computer. It was like love at first sight.
It's funny for me when I was in Portland State in US. And I used to feel like the coolest chick on campus walking with this luggage carrier with this big computer on it. And now I think I must have looked like such a duffer, carrying this. So you did that, and then right after that, your principal actually approached you and gave you a job in the college itself. It's funny, that's also common because when I finished, I worked in the school for a year in the computer lab.
Very
teaching. So tell me, how did your love affair with computing continue?
When I joined, actually, I hardly used to speak with anyone. Suddenly, I was put into the team of people who are from all kinds of different states. And all that I know is just do hard work. And first year, nobody knows who is Rani. Yeah. By the time the third year comes, that everybody knows Rani because I scored among the top 5. And I used to do a lot of programming. And I was just wondering, what do I do next? And everybody scared. And no, IT is not for you. Can't become a developer. It's only for boys. You have to work late hours. You need to have a lot of coding skills.
And girls, of course, don't have coding skills.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
generalized.
Yeah, generalized,
And nobody believes that, girls can code.
Or that they'd like to.
Yes. And I was just wondering what to do next. And by that time, my mother has spent a lot of money on my education. Even if I attend an interview, definitely for sure I wouldn't have been selected because
you can't talk in English.
I couldn't. Yeah. That's when my principal called me and he said that, Rani, you are the first person and the only person I'm giving you a job. Are you ready to take up this? Wow, it's like, the dream come true. I'm working. I started working. So I joined my first job as a lab instructor. And after I joined about, 2 weeks later, my principal came and told me that you have to teach your juniors Pascal. I can't even imagine how my situation at that point of time.
That you had to get up in front of a class and talk to everybody in English.
Don't have any communication mode. So, but slowly over a period of time, that when I'm explaining Pascal, that's when my communication also picked up.
Because you talk about something you're passionate about, and with that you traveled to US and you got to work and you really learned, and then that's what you came back and launched something. So we complete the story of how you got into insurance and technology, etc. It's been fascinating, Rani, to talk to you about your personal and professional journey. You started this in 2006 and in 2016 you completed 10 years. It's been bootstrapped. It's you and your team. In today's world, every kid thinks I'll start a company and get funded, So I'm sure you talked to some investors before. Since insurance is a very new field and what you're doing is very new, what was your reaction? Did people understand what you're saying, where the potential is, or how difficult or easy was it for you to talk to investors?
Interestingly, people don't see insurance as this is the domain that we want it to be, even investors. So when I had a couple of talks with investors, and the first thing, the problem is it's a long sales cycle. They want quick money. Being a bootstrapped company, it really helped us in a way to learn and to see the ups and downs. We became more stronger in risk taking. So we have seen even the downtrend, rock bottom times as well. It's completely bootstrapped for 10 years, but now I'm in discussions with a couple of investors again, because now we are stabilized, the products are stabilized, and we are in 13 countries now. We also have launched My Insure Book, and no nonsense agent app. It's directly very, very user friendly for the agents to solve all their problems.
So basically you're using technology to give them premium calculation information.
Yes.
And many legalities that may be there that they haven't thought about, based on the background of the person, what credit they get, all those kinds of things. So you're making it easy for them to get all the information in one go.
Very, very easy at one go. They can even follow up with their clients.
So as you are seeking venture capital money, what are some new products you're planning to do in the consumer space?
We are planning to expand our My Insure Book platform to the consumer space. The app helps them for their renewals, reminders, remittance of money. They can have a common repository of amount, and the app will take care of distributing to the different insurance companies, and also direct contact with the agents. They can just chat with the agents, or if they don't have an agent, they can identify the nearby agents. So this is what in the consumer space, and we are very, very confident that this is going to be really disruptive in this particular space where we do not have a similar kind of insurance.
Yeah. So you're developing things for consumers as well as the salespeople.
Right.
I want to go back to some place where insurance really played a big part. I want to wrap up this conversation by asking you how insurance played a big role when you were a child.
Insurance truly played a big role in my life. When I was a child, we went to celebrate our sister's marriage to our village. Just a week before the marriage, we lost our father with a heart attack. And my mother is an uneducated woman. What made us survive that point of time is insurance. My father took a life insurance and it saved our life. I read somewhere beautiful that insurance is the beautiful love letter that you write to your family. If you love your family, you insure. So my father has written a beautiful love letter to all of us. Otherwise, maybe we wouldn't have been like this as we are today.
So it is very beautiful. I think how it may seem like a set of accidents that led you here, but I think the way you took to it, you know, that you found your passion there says that somewhere along in the back of your head, this was always there. Insurance is one thing people don't want to think about because it's about planning for a disaster. And we all move through life as though disasters will never happen to me.
Happen to us.
Not to me. Right? You know, your father gave you a beautiful gift, and I think you're giving an amazing gift to a lot of people. Congratulations on all your accomplishments. And I look forward to watching your progress.
Thank you very much, Lakshmi. It's a pleasure talking to you. And thanks for bringing out a lot of memories of mine. Thank you so much.
Sure.
The Talk at 12, curated by Ink Talks, brought to you by Basket Option Insurance Brokers.